You know, when people talk about World War II, they jump straight to tanks and planes. But the American war machine wasn't just about firepower, it was about wheels, millions of them. If you follow the roads of that era, you start to understand why the United States became the arsenal of democracy. Every vehicle had a purpose, every design decision shaped a turning point. And hey, before we dive in, tap that like button and subscribe. It keeps this history journey rolling. Let's hit the road. Willys MB Jeep. Light, simple, and unbelievably tough. The Jeep became the most famous American vehicle of the war. It carried officers, medics, ammo, radios, everything. Soldiers trusted it like a friend. Ford GPW. Jeep variant. Basically the same design built by Ford. Parts were interchangeable with the Willys version, which made field repairs unbelievably fast. GMC CCKW. Deuce and a half. The backbone of the Allied supply chain. It hauled food, fuel, and ammo across every possible front. Without this truck, the armies would have stood still. Chevrolet G 506 1/2-ton truck. A smaller but incredibly dependable work truck. It carried squads, tools, generators, anything that needed moving on rough ground. Studebaker US-6. This one went mostly to the Soviet Union through Lend-Lease. It powered the Red Army's supply lines and carried Katyusha rockets into battle. Ford 1/2-ton truck. Simple, rugged, and everywhere. The Army used it as radio trucks, ambulances, repair vehicles, and mobile kitchens. It was the handyman truck of World War II. Dodge WC Series. A huge family of light trucks, command cars, ambulances, weapons carriers. They were quick, easy to maintain, and extremely versatile. WWII Amphibious truck. The Duck. Part boat, part truck. It swam from ship to shore and delivered supplies directly to the beach. A lifesaver during Normandy and Pacific Island landings. Ford GPA, Amphibious Jeep, a floating Jeep. It wasn't perfect, but it crossed rivers and solved problems that normal vehicles couldn't. M3 half-track, half wheels, half tracks, perfect for carrying infantry behind armored units. Soldiers felt safer with its armored sides, even if it was loud and dusty. M2 half-track car, a slightly smaller version of the M3, used for reconnaissance, artillery towing, and moving gun crews across dangerous terrain. White M3 scout car, an open-top armored car with just enough protection to survive light fire, used for patrolling, escorting convoys, and scouting ahead of tank units. M8 Greyhound armored car, fast, sleek, and loved by reconnaissance crews. It moved like a big sports car with a turret, gathering intelligence at high speeds. Harley-Davidson WLA motorcycle, the Liberator, used by military police, messengers, and scouts. Light, loud, and iconic. Almost 90,000 were produced. Indian 741 motorcycle, the competitor to the Harley. Lighter and smoother on rough terrain, used widely for courier work and training. M4 Sherman tank, the most produced American tank of the war. Not the strongest, but the most reliable. Crews admired how easy it was to repair under fire. M4 A3 E8 Easy 8, a later Sherman upgrade with better suspension and a more powerful gun. This one felt modern, smooth ride, stronger punch. M3 Lee Grant tank, a strange design with 2 guns and 2 different turrets. Odd, but useful early in the war when no better option existed. M26 Pershing heavy tank, arrived late but powerful, finally capable of facing German Tigers head-on. Stronger armor, bigger gun, and better mobility. M24 Chaffee light tank, fast, light, and more comfortable than earlier Scouts. Crews loved it for its improved suspension and quick acceleration. M5 Stuart light tank, a sprinter, light armor but high speed, perfect for scouting missions and hit-and-run tactics. M7 Priest, self-propelled howitzer, a Sherman chassis carrying a 105mm gun. Mobile artillery that could follow infantry and tanks anywhere. M8 HMC howitzer motor carriage, a small, turret-mounted artillery vehicle, excellent for supporting infantry with quick, accurate fire. M10 tank destroyer, a Sherman hull paired with a strong anti-tank gun. Open turret, lightweight armor, but deadly from a distance. M18 Hellcat, the fastest American armored vehicle of the war, up to 55 miles per hour. Speed was its armor. M36 Jackson, the most powerful U.S. tank destroyer, armed with a heavy 90mm gun, capable of taking out bigger German tanks. LVT, Alligator, amphibious vehicle. Used by the Marines in the Pacific, it crawled over waves, reefs, and mud like a mechanical crocodile. LVTA, one amphibious tank. an armored, turreted version of the LVT designed to support infantry during island invasions. M29 Weasel, a tiny tracked carrier that moved across snow, swamp, and mud, perfect for terrain where trucks failed completely. T-16 Universal Carrier, designed in Britain but used by American forces too, a small tracked utility vehicle for towing guns and carrying gear. Diamond T-980 Tank Transporter, a massive tractor used for hauling tanks, artillery, and heavy machinery. Without it, many Shermans never would have reached the fight. Autocar U-8144T, another heavy tractor used for tank recovery and supply hauling, a quiet hero of logistics. Cletrak M2 high-speed tractor, built to tow big artillery pieces across muddy ground. It had strong grip and steady pulling power. M4 high-speed tractor, another artillery tow vehicle, used mainly for 105mm and 155mm guns. Slow but unstoppable. M5 high-speed tractor, a larger, stronger version designed to move the heaviest American artillery. M6 gun motor carriage, a Dodge truck with a mounted 37mm gun, light, cheap, and useful early in the war before better anti-tank weapons arrived. M3 gun motor carriage, a half-track with a 75mm gun, worked as early tank support and infantry firepower. K44 ambulance jeep, a jeep converted for medical duties, stretched, reinforced, and capable of carrying stretchers across rough terrain. Dodge WC-54 ambulance, the most common U.S. World War II ambulance, smooth ride, larger space, and dependable engine. M26 Dragon Wagon, a huge armored recovery vehicle designed to rescue damaged tanks. It pulled wrecks off the battlefield under fire. M1 Heavy Wrecker Diamond T-969, used to lift engines, repair damaged vehicles, and recover stuck trucks, a mobile workshop on wheels. GMC AFKX 352 maintenance truck, a rolling repair shop. It carried tools, welders, spare parts, and mechanics right to the front lines. Ford GTB Burma Jeep, a compact truck used in the India-Burma theater, nimble, tough, and perfect for jungle roads. Pontiac Staff Car, officers rode in these comfortable sedans. They weren't armored, but they offered smooth travel and reliability. Chevrolet Master Staff Car, similar idea, simple, comfortable, and fast enough for command duties. Ford Deluxe and Super Deluxe staff cars, civilian models repurposed for military transportation. Quiet, clean interiors made them ideal for long-distance officer travel. M3A, one armored personnel carrier, a slight upgrade of the half-track design, carried troops comfortably with better interior layout and storage. T-30 HMC 75mm self-propelled howitzer, a half-track used as mobile fire support early in the war, not flashy but dependable. M12 gun motor carriage, a massive 155mm gun mounted on a tank chassis used to smash fortified enemy positions. M40 gun motor carriage, another heavy self-propelled gun system with more modern equipment and upgraded firepower. GMC DUKW 353 Rescue Variant. Modified DUKWs were used to rescue downed pilots at sea. They carried flotation gear and emergency supplies. International Harvester M-Series trucks, a family of medium trucks used for cargo, fuel, and troop transport. Reliable engines and strong frames made them favorites for mechanics. M21 Mortar motor carriage, a half-track carrying an 81mm mortar. It provided mobile fire support for infantry units. Ford 4X4 swamp buggy variants, custom modified trucks built for Pacific jungle terrain, tall wheels, stripped interiors, and extreme durability.